Baneformers? Let's get rolling today with a quick one. And this is from Mind to Success. He's done such a good job at what he does. So, let's go.
4 years old, and I have a distinct memory of living in a different world until I was about 13. Then I watched it disappear.
What watched it disappear?
And the strangest part, someone predicted exactly what I experienced in 1995.
See, I was not in 1995. I was in the 2004 section.
Before I was even born, they wrote this. Technological advancement and industrialization have led to the dehumanization of individuals, the erosion of personal liberties, and the destruction of the natural
I have no clue what temporarily that means, kind of.
environment. Do you agree with this? Before you answer, let me show you what I mean.
I do agree.
International friends ask me, what even is American culture? And yeah, we're a melting pot. We blend everything. But when I was a kid, American culture had a shape. Friday nights meant something. The hum of arcade machines.
For what this guy tells about his videos, like for what he just showed right there, that was like the olden days that I was not there and it was happening.
Quarters clinking, the smell of popcorn at a drive-in, your car
Alright, I didn't have that either.
speaker crackling with movie audio, waiting at a Blockbuster reading the back of VHS cases.
I remember that. I literally, when I was a kid, I literally bought movies, games, everything at Blockbusters when I was a kid.
The little anxiety of what if they're out of the movie I want. Apple pie cooling on a windowsill, and not as a metaphor, as a thing your neighbors actually did. And your neighbors, you knew them. Not from Facebook.
We did?
You saw them. Mrs. Henderson across the street would wave from her porch every morning. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yeah, look at how we are now. We don't even have any of what they had experienced for adults back then till now. Because right now, we just have a lot of technology, which is bad for us because then we cannot connect to, society these days. We cannot connect to the people. We can't even talk to them because we're always on our phones with technology these days.
2 doors down, taught half the block's kids how to change a tire. You borrowed sugar. You borrowed tools. You watched each other's houses when someone went on vacation. The porch wasn't decoration. It was where you interacted with the world, where you saw people.
Back then, they didn't have actual phones, so they had to use it with their memory, in their mind, in their brain.
Conversations happened because you were just there. And when something broke, you didn't call a service. You asked Tommy down the street because Tommy knew how to fix everything.
Tommy!
Or someone that would. And next month, when Tommy's sink was leaking, he'd knock on your door.
That's
Culture
Tommy.
Wasn't a feed. It was a place. Then the digital age arrived. And look, I'm not anti-technology, but something happened we didn't see coming. The algorithms didn't just give us convenience. They replaced the rituals. Blockbuster became Netflix. The arcade
That is facts. Blockbusters became Netflix, and then went to the streaming world after before Blockbuster happened, we went there. But now you just go standing right at your TV watching it streaming wise.
became a mobile game you play alone. The drive-in became a second screen while you scroll your phone. And the neighbors, you don't know them anymore because you don't have to see them. Your garage door opens, you pull in, it closes behind you.
Also, COVID sometimes changed this too.
You never set foot outside. The front porch isn't where life happens anymore. And when something breaks, you don't ask Tony. You don't even know who Tony is. You open an app, you hire a stranger, they show up, they fix it, they leave. No relationship, no mutual obligation, just a transaction. We call this progress. We call this efficiency. What we don't
He is actually right for everything he's saying right now.
call it is what it actually is. The systematic elimination of the reasons you needed to know your neighbors in the first place. And psychologically, social media promised connection, but delivered performance. We're not talking to each other anymore. We're
That is facts, what he just said.
broadcasting at each other. Everything's shallow. Everything's for an audience. We're more connected than ever, but somehow lonelier than we've ever been. Now, do you remember that quote from the beginning? Technological advancement and industrialization.
Yep, here we go again.
led to the dehumanization of individuals, the erosion of personal liberties, and the destruction of the natural
We came back to that quote again.
environment. If you were nodding along with what I just said, then you agree with Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. And before you close this video, stay with me because that's...
I still don't know, from who I don't think we even remembered him from if he was in history class, but I don't think I'd ever seen him ever until he's about to explain it straight. No, what's gonna happen.
Exactly the point. Ted Kaczynski was a brilliant man with an IQ of 167, a mathematician, and he used his brilliance to build bombs and murder 3 people, injuring 23 others. His actions were monstrous, unforgivable. There is no world where terrorism is the answer to cultural decay. But here's the uncomfortable part. His diagnosis is more accurate than 90% of the people.
So is it Tom Hawkins or the guy that was on the wheelchair? I don't know what his name was. Tom Hawkins, I think it was, or something like that.
Writing in the 1990s, he identified something real, something we're living through right now. The erosion of meaning, the replacement of craft with optimization, the loneliness of a society built for efficiency instead of humanity.
What he's showing right there is the whole thing, like the whole globe is what it used to be before, and now it's showing now what's about to happen sooner or later.
The death of the neighborhood. The lesson here isn't that Kaczynski was right to do what he did. The lesson is that recognizing a problem is not the same as having a humane solution. A genius saw the sickness and chose murder. That should terrify us. Not because he was wrong about the diagnosis, but because it shows how dangerous it is to see a problem clearly and then respond with rage instead of repair.
I don't think violence is never the solution to any problem whatsoever, but people still do it till this day for solutions, always fighting, which is never the case, but they still do anyways.
So, what do we do with this? Because the thing is, the problem didn't go away. If anything, the problem is accelerated. But culture doesn't die. It mutates. It adapts. And reclaiming it starts with small, stubborn, human-scale choices. It looks like coffee shops, libraries, parks, places where you exist without having to buy anything or perform for any algorithm. It looks like reintroduction of friction where it matters. Not everything needs to be optimized. Some things are better when they're slow, when they require presence, when they teach mastery instead of metrics. It looks like knowing your neighbors again.
Yeah, see, this is what he's showing right there. Like, call on the phone. With technology, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Not through an app, through proximity. Sit on your front porch, not...
See, that's what you need in your life, is someone to be with you without nothing, no technology.
Content, just to sit there. Wave at people. Ask the guy down the street if he needs help moving that couch. Borrow something. Lend something. These sound small. They are small. That's the point. You can't fix industrialization. You can't undo the algorithm. But you can choose to show up in a physical space. To need people. To be needed. This doesn't mean rejecting technology. It means refusing to let technology organize everything around engagement and profit. Kaczynski saw the sickness and tried to bomb his way to a solution. We have to do better than that. We have to rebuild what we lost.
I completely agree with what you just said there. Yeah, rebuild after it's been destroyed. You always have to rebuild and regain every strength that you have and put everything together, like either it's glue or whether it's something, to make it compatible and better than ever.
Not through destruction, but through deliberate collective choice. If we can reclaim even a few of those rituals, a night out that's for us, not for content, a job that teaches something real, a neighborhood that feels like a commons, then maybe we...
I don't know why this society don't like always have phones. I mean, because I do it too, because, you know, I think my phone is always like there with me because I always want to see something different every time I always on my phone, because it mostly helps me understand life a little bit sometimes.
And look at the fractured pieces of what we lost and see them not as ashes, but as a blueprint. So the next time someone asks you, what is American culture, Japanese culture, English culture? Maybe the answer isn't what we are. Maybe it's what we were. And what we're fighting to become again.
One day.
The question is, which parts are we willing to fight for?
That's the main question. Which parts are we willing to fight for? I think it's like we're fighting for freedom, justice, rights sometimes. I don't even know, really. That's what I'm going for my head, but I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. Like, we were probably willing to fight for technology because we shouldn't like technology because it is corrupting us through life right now. Because, look at that. Everyone has phones, because then if you have a phone, You can text them or call them, and they didn't have it back then. So, with that being said, the question is, which parts are we buying for Baneformers out there? That's your question you should learn, and I should learn too. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Sayonara.